What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and the universe has a really mysterious way of working, doesn't it? Just a few weeks ago, I had the audacity to make a video saying that I'm really concerned about Bam Margera. I had the audacity to say that I am sending prayers out there for Bam Margera, hoping that he gets his life together. I had the audacity to use my observational skills to acknowledge that Bam very much looks like an addict that is spiraling out of control. I had the audacity to simply wish that Bam Margera would get his life together. I had the audacity of hoping that maybe Bam Margera can get things together, maybe reunite with his family and live a prosperous life. But you know what? When I made those videos, you would think that I was saying something outlandish the way people reacted. I didn't understand why me making a video just simply stating that I hope Bam Margera gets help, I didn't understand why it enraged so many people. People were coming out of the woodworks. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a bad person. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I had people unsubscribing from the channel, people talking mad-ish in the comment sections, people DMing me a bunch of crazy nonsense. Everyone got their panties up in a bunch and they were enraged because I had the audacity to simply wish that Bam Margera would get help with whatever problems he is going through. People got so upset. Mind you, none of these people could provide valid evidence or show me anything that would make me believe that Bam Margera was sober and had it all together. The only thing people could bring up was, well, someone else on the internet has a different opinion. As if that's fact. Or, you didn't watch this interview when Bam Margera is obviously high as shit, talking, and you can't even understand what he's saying. Oh, you didn't watch this interview where Bam is very obviously drunk and there's bags under his eyes because he hasn't slept in a week. Oh, you didn't watch this interview when Bam Margera literally states that he hasn't washed his clothes in over a month and has been wearing the same outfit. It was, oh, you didn't know about this, you didn't see this, you didn't read this. Mind you, all it takes is common sense to see that something was going wrong with Bam. I'm not a shaman. I don't have an all-seeing eye right in the middle of my forehead. I'm not a psychic. I'm not here to pretend like I'm better than anyone else because I knew something was going wrong with Bam. No, I'm just a person with common sense and a pair of balls that allows me to state my opinion online when everyone else seems to be scared to do so. So, like I said, the universe has a really mysterious way of working, doesn't it? Just a few weeks ago, everyone was mad at me. I was public enemy number one because I wanted Bam to get help and I was concerned about Bam. And then all of these other people who pretended like they're Bam fans, we're the Free Bam movement, they attack people who simply want Bam to get help. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, fast forward a few weeks later. After everyone trying to convince me that Bam was sober and that I'm a bad person for thinking otherwise, Bam literally releases a video threatening to smoke crack until he dies. Whoa, what do you know? Almost sounds like something an addict would say. It almost seems like an addict is holding their addiction over the heads of their loved ones, trying to blackmail their own family with their addiction, threatening that they're going to OD if they don't get what they want. But that wasn't enough. 2 days later, after threatening to smoke crack until he dies, Bam Margera sends a text message to his family threatening to OD on pills. So, in a span of a few short weeks, we go from people attacking me for suggesting that I think Bam is an addict that needs to get help because he's spiraling out of control, to Bam acknowledging that he's an addict and threatening to OD every other day. Isn't it crazy how the universe works? Well, as I reported to you all, Bam was supposed to go to rehab, and then he went missing. He went missing, and his family was really concerned because he sent them a text message threatening to end it all. And now, law enforcement, the LAPD, they have caught up with Bam Margera. They found Bam Margera, and they placed him under a 5150 hold. Let's go ahead and dive into this article, find out a little more information about what's happening here. But first, hit that like button. It goes a long way into helping this channel. And drop a comment down below. Let me know if you're on the same page as me. Maybe you were against what I was saying a few weeks ago and your mind has changed. Or maybe you're still part of this free Bam movement that doesn't see the writing on the wall. You're free to believe and think whatever you want. Drop your comments below. But let's go ahead and dive into this article because, I saw this coming from 10,000 miles away. Bam Margera placed on 5150 hold. Bam Margera is a danger to himself and others, according to the police officers who located him in LA and promptly put him on a 5150 psychiatric hold. Law enforcement sources say that LAPD officers tracked down Bam on Sunday afternoon by tracking his phone, and they eventually found him at Trejo's Tacos, the LA hotspot owned by Danny Trejo. We're told they made contact with Bam and found his erratic speech and behavior combined with recent threats of ending his life enough reason to call in a psychiatric evaluation team. Once they met with Bam, they determined he needed to be 5150. Bam was taken to a mental health facility where by law he can be held for up to 72 hours. It's unclear if he's still getting treatment. So, there you have it, folks. That is what is currently going on with Bam Margera. Keep in mind, this comes just a few weeks after I basically told everyone that this was going to happen, and people attacked me and crucified me online for doing so. Once again, just like a few weeks ago, I am here with the same opinion, basically stating, and the facts speak for themselves. I don't have to create whacked out theories. I don't have to place the blame on anyone else. The facts speak for themselves, as they often do in these type of situations. It's glorious to be on this side. Trust me. But just as I felt a few weeks ago, I feel the same way now. I feel that Bam Margera is an addict that is spiraling out of control. I think he needs help. I'm not here to say that maybe the help he was getting was the right help. I don't know what type of help Bam Margera needs. I know he needs help, though. I know that Bam Margera is very much an addict. And to say or suggest otherwise is completely idiotic because you can see it with your own two eyes. Anyone with a brain can see that Bam Margera is not sober and his actions are irrational. I'm hoping that this is the first step into Bam moving in the right direction. I haven't given up on Bam. I think that Bam has a very bright future laying right there ahead of him if he chooses to go down that path. That's what disturbs me the most when it comes to situations like this. There are so many addicts out there on the streets, walking the streets, that have no hope. They have no future. They have no real hope of turning it around. They don't have any support systems. They don't have a family and friends that care. They don't have fan bases. They don't have ways to just rake in millions of dollars. Bam Margera does. Bam Margera is a very privileged addict. Bam Margera, despite after years and years of this crazy behavior, he still has a family that loves and adores him. If you think for 1 second that April does not love Bam to death, then you are an idiot and you have no clue what you're talking about, and you have no business inserting yourself in this situation. April loves Bam to death. Bam's family, they love Bam. Bam still has a lot of fans that love Bam. Bam can get sober tomorrow and turn this whole thing around and have a bright future, a bright career ahead of him. It's all right there. There are so many people who are willing to help Bam and to help put Bam on this right direction. Bam is his own worst enemy. And it's frustrating to me seeing someone that has it all. You know, I understand, and I'm not just talking about money, because yeah, a lot of celebrities have addiction problems, but they have all of this money and that doesn't necessarily change anything. But Bam doesn't just have money or the potential to make money. Bam has a strong support system. Bam has a family. Something that a lot of us wish we had. He takes it for granted though. He trashes them every chance that he gets simply because maybe they're over his erratic behavior. Maybe when you're a 40-something-year-old father, you can't be acting how you did when you were 18 on Jackass. But I guess Bam doesn't get that. And I guess some of the people out there don't get that either. So at the end of the day, who knows what's going to come of this? I'm hoping that this is the first step in Bam getting on the right track. But then again, 2 days from now, Bam may get out of this mental health facility and go on another tirade. There's really no telling what may happen. But at the end of the day, I think everything I said a few weeks ago is becoming a lot clearer to people now, regardless if they want to accept it or not. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll be back to tell you I told you so again in the future.